What is up, everybody? Bigfoot Sealy back with another video. Today it is MLB Week in Review number 5. Now, it has been 2-3 weeks since I've done one of these. I don't know why. I just took a break. I'm going to be away this weekend, so I'm recording this on Thursday night. So if anything happens in between, you know why I did not talk about it. So I'm just going over storylines. We're going to have Spring Training Week in Review number 1 on Sunday. This will be Saturday at, I don't know, 4 or something. Anyway, let's get to the big storyline. Fernando Tatis Jr., the face of MLB. It's not Mike Trout anymore. It's Fernando Tatis Jr. He's become the face of MLB this offseason. 14-year, $340 million extension. That is huge. He is signed through the 2034 season. He batted .277 in 2020, finished 4th in National League MVP voting, 17 home runs, and 45 RBIs in a 60-game season. This dude is crazy. He hasn't even played a full Major League season, and he's already getting a 14-year extension for $340 million plus. That, San Diego Padres left side of the infield, Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis. That's the richest infield in Major League Baseball. $300 million Machado, $340 Tatis. That's $600 million for the next a lot of years just to 2 players. That's crazy. Indians would never do that because we're cheap. On to some hard allegations. Mickey Callaway being by 5 women, I think, harassment allegations. So it's just not good for the game that this is still happening. But this time, it came with my Cleveland Indians. Our president, Chris Antonetti, Indians president, not our United States president. President Chris Antonetti said he cannot comment while the MLB investigation is going on. Now, this probably could have ended, but something that sparked a couple people off is Chris Antonetti said on February 4th they knew nothing of the allegations. Now, we don't know. Apparently, in 2017, a husband of one of the women who was being harassed by Mickey Callaway contacted Cleveland multiple times in 2017. We're not sure what he said in those, but he must have been contacted by the Indians. We don't even know if this is true. The investigation is still going on. We'll see what the Indians, if it happened. I hope it didn't happen. I hope we just didn't know about it and this is all being made up about us knowing about it, but I don't know. Terry Francona said there was no deliberate attempt to cover anything up. So maybe they did know. It's not really showing that. Maybe that's kind of an answer that he did know about it. But I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. We don't really know yet until the investigation is over. Hopefully it gets done before the beginning of the season. A Cleveland employee quoted said it was the worst kept secret in the organization. So there's a lot of things pointing that the Indians did know about it, and that would be not good. I'm not sure what would happen to us, whether it be fines, taking away draft picks, but it could be pretty bad, because we'd lose Chris Antonetti, maybe possibly Mike Chernoff, possibly Terry Franco, like that. This could be killer. This would be killer to our whole organization, to our whole team, if this ended up being bad, if people had to get fired and be resigned. Anyway, on to Kevin Mather, who resigned from the Seattle Mariners after he made comments taking shots at Hisashi Iwakuma and Julio Rodriguez for their English skills. So he said that it was just hard to have them in the organization because they had bad English skills. Now, these guys are from Japan, Dominican Republic. They're not from the United States. They don't know how to speak English. Now, I mean, he resigned for good reason. But this goes to show you what the thought is right now of some presidents and GMs. And this is a huge problem in all of Major League Baseball that needs to be solved. How, I do not know. He said that the team was manipulating service time for young players. So this is what happened to Chris Bryant in 2015. Was not brought up until like May or June, just because they could get that extra year for the 6-year service time. Same as Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Wasn't brought up until like mid-April, so they didn't have to, so they could add another year. It's just terrible how MLB is still allowing this to happen. Now, this is something that Francisco Lindor, our former star shortstop, who we traded in the offseason to the New York Mets, he said that he thought Cleveland Indians fans were just lazy because we call him Frankie Lindor, not Francisco Lindor. Some people call him I call him Frankie every once in a while, but I also call him Francisco. He thought people in Cleveland were lazy and they just couldn't finish his name and say Francisco. Now this makes me a little bit mad. You tell us this once you're gone on March 4th, when I'm filming this is coming out Saturday, on March 4th, 2021, and we have had you since 2015. We've called you Frankie the whole time, and you suddenly just want to say this after we traded you? Why didn't you tell us, oh, hey, I would like being called Frankie, just call me Francisco? You could have told us that, and we would have stopped calling you Frankie. You never said anything that you didn't like being called Frankie. Tell me one time you told us to stop calling you Frankie. I mean, I never heard anything. I don't think anyone else did. Just makes me mad that he suddenly needs to say that right now. We're not lazy. I mean, Francisco Lindor, Frankie Lindor. It's just better off the tongue. Frankie, Francisco. Frankie Lindor. Perfect. I mean, our Hall of Fame broadcaster, Tom Hamilton, calls him Frankie. Future Hall of Fame. He's going to be in Hall of Fame, no doubt. I just think bad timing, Francisco Lindor. You should not have brought that out. Players reported to spring training. Yes. Season is set to start April 4th. Indians will be facing the Detroit Tigers. And I should be there. Should be there. We have to find out where we're sit. I think that's tomorrow. I don't know. Aaron Boone took a medical leave of absence to receive a pacemaker. And he had the surgery and it went successful. So he just had something wrong. I think it was with his breathing. And he's just having problems, so he's going to take a step away for a little bit. Hopefully he gets better. New York Yankees, that's a good team. They need a good manager. Aaron Boone's a pretty good manager. And now on to some big contracts. Brett Gardner, 1-year deal, $4 million back with the New York Yankees. And today, Jackie Bradley Jr., 2-year, $24 million deal with the Brewers. Maybe a bit overpaid for Jackie Bradley Jr. Not sure he's worth $12 million a year. But hey, if the Brewers want to pay him, he'll take it. I mean, I'm for sure he will take it. Hope y'all enjoyed the video of MLB storylines today. MLB Week in Review number 5. This will be the final MLB Week in Review. Everything will now move over to Spring Training Highlights show. Starting tomorrow will be episode 1 of MLB Spring Training in Review. So it'll just be week in week Spring Training Review. So let's go. And then MLB Daily Recaps will be coming back when April 1st comes. Opening day is coming. Super stoked for that. Hope y'all enjoy. Comment down below what you thought about Francisco Lindor not wanting to be called Frankie. I mean, that's a little late. You've been gone now. So hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.